I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. Alright, Shalom to the elect. I want to say, also Shalom to the elect. And, it's like I always, I don't know if brothers be watching, but I always like change it up, trying to, just get a better flow of the intro when you add the Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. But nonetheless, I found this site on RT News. It's this moment of humility. 21 Red Cross workers sacked or resigned over paying for sex. You know, these Red Cross, if you know anything like Katrina or any hurricane, major hurricane, Hurricane Harvey, Red Cross would come in as a sign for help. You know, Red Cross would come in. Like they were, I believe they were even over there in Haiti after the major earthquake. So they come in and during they come in for help when major crises are happening. You know, so when they stage this next terror attack, which we believe through the spirit, is gonna be huge, because Esau has to, like they push auto out of chaos. So he's going to make a chaotic situation in which people are scared, okay? And it may go on for a little bit, man. All right? And then guess what, man? Esau's going to be pushing his chip, martial law. So all of this bad things are going to be happening at the same time. Because if it's chaos, they have to do whatever's necessary to restore the chaos, man. Like you see that movie, The Siege, with Denzel Washington and Bruce Willis. Okay, we bring down camp yesterday. How Esau was talking about doing away with the National Defense Authorization Act, man. All right, which that would do away with the Constitution, man. And like when you go into that movie, the armies of that time, they had full jurisdiction, man. The Constitution was no more. So they could continue at their will. They could do whatever they want to, and you cannot sue. Okay? All right? And this is going into the signs of the times, man. More signs of the times. Moment of humility. 21 Red Cross workers sacked or resigned over paying for sex. 21 workers at the International Committee of the Red Cross have been fired or quit their roles over sexual misconduct in the past 3 years. The organization has announced in a Friday statement. ICRC Director General Vez Decord wrote that the organization has identified 21 staff members who were either dismissed for paying for sexual services or resigned during an internal inquiry since 2015. He said that 2 additional staff members who were suspected of sexual misconduct did not have their contracts renewed. The court also said the organization is concerned that other similar incidents have been reported or were reported and not properly handled. We are taking action to address this, he said. Because whenever Esau, and it's chaotic all across the world, man. So the Red Cross is everywhere, man. Okay? And guess what's happening in all these other states, man? The women are getting raped, the men are getting killed. Okay? They say they come to bring peace. Like the scriptures say in Psalms 55. That basically the words are smoother than butter. The words were smoother than butter. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. All right? Don't worry, we gotta separate the women and the kids. But the women are going to be safe, and then they take the woman and rape them, man. Or, under the time of martial law, all right, they'll just come into your house, contain you, man, and rape the woman, and then put you in jail, put you and your woman in jail, man. Rape your little daughter, rape your kids. The scriptures say that Esau's going to come down having great wrath. Okay? All right, and this is for the 2/3 of our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, those that choose to follow other gods, Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, their, money, that choose not to follow the Heavenly Father, this is for you. Okay? So it says the court also said the organization is concerned that other similar incidents have not been reported or were reported and not properly handled. We are taking action to address this, he said. This behavior is a betrayal of the people and the communities we are there to serve. It is against human dignity, and we should have been more vigilant in preventing this, the court said, adding that he is deeply saddened to report the numbers and calling the revelation a moment of deep humility for the ICRC. And that's probably some bullshit. They gotta, because if it's out on the internet, they gotta try to cover their tracks, man, or try to outcast the ones that did it, man. But in a time of war, anything goes, man. It's not gonna be civil. It's gonna, like they say, civil unrest. That's what it's gonna be like, man. And we see this happening all throughout the world. It's only a matter of time before it comes here. The Director General said he was deeply saddened to report the numbers. He also noted that it is a moment of deep humility for the organization. The court said he is indebted to ICRC colleagues who have driven what at times is an uncomfortable but extremely necessary conversation about the need for change. He also said he has contacted other aid organizations about efforts that require joint cooperation, such as preventing offenders from moving undetected among agencies. It goes on to say the revelation follows that Oxfam scandal, which emerged after an internal inquiry found there had been a culture of impunity among staff in Haiti during a relief mission following the devastating 2010 earthquake that rocked the country, with staff members hiring prostitutes. So in the time of need, when our people is down and out, you think this devil's coming to help you, but really it's coming to make the situation worse, man. They got food, they barely have food and water. All right, so if you want to get help, you want to get food and water, you got to pay a price, man. You got to pay a price. Okay? It goes into this precept right here. This is Zechariah 14:1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses raveled. Even because, it's kind of twofold. The actual Jerusalem is going to be in battle. All right, but this is also talking about, Israel over here, the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because it's going to be a race war. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. All right, it's just Locke. That's talking about, how Israel is going to be a race war against Israel, man, and these other nations, man. Like for example, you had that movie, Do the Right Thing. All right, where basically it was racial tension, man. And then it came out at the end that so-called white man, all right, which they might have been Jakes, but they play him, Sal and his kids, which they probably was Jakes, because a lot of them Italians is Jakes too. But Sal and his kids, man, they were portrayed as white people, only who hated niggas, man. They choked out Radio Raheem, and then that basically caused civil war, man, at the pizza shop. All right, this is Zechariah 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the woman ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity. All right, so while all this chaos is happening, the women are going to be getting raped, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, into concentration camps. If you're not a terrorist, come to this concentration camp and take this chip, man. So you and your family can be safe. But that's two offenses. One, you trusting in the so-called white man, the devil. Two, you taking a chip. Okay, you're putting your family in harm's way, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Okay, so you're gonna have some who stay back, All right, and then you gonna have a lot of people who go to concentration camps. All right, and like I said, he's not gonna come nicely, man. All right, because supposedly he's supposed to be you're a terrorist, man. All these terrorist attacks are gonna be happening at the same time. This is how we see it, man. You know, we propose it to be, man. Because Esau gotta create, like you said, auto KO, man. For him having reasoning to go over to the Middle East, all right, for him having reasoning to push the chip, okay? This is Lamentations chapter 5, verse 10. Actually, I'm going to start at 9. We get our bread with the perils of our life because of the sword of the wilderness. So that's what's going to be happening, man. You know? Like the brother Shapal said in the camp, man. He said that, you know, it's going to come a time where you got to fight. Well, it's going to come a time where you might have to get a case of water with blood over it, man. Because everybody's, you know what I'm saying, killing to get food. All right? That's how you see it in World War Z, man. It says, our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. All right? What's going to show you that word black is a derogative, negative term, man. Okay? They ravaged the woman in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. Okay? So just further proving the point of how when these things happen, man, all right, know that was prophecy. Know that was a prophet among you, man. All right? Hey, so for the elect out there, stay strong, get right, man. Okay? Stay strong and get right, man. Okay? All right, more proof, man. There's another article. It says, UN peacekeepers told to use more force despite history of sexual abuse and cover-ups, man. So, you know, this, because you had the UN peacekeepers, like I said, they like to come in peace. You know, you have Red Cross. It's all through the government. A UN panel has recommended peacekeeper troops to be allowed to use force in an effort to address concerns about increasing fatalities, you know, because there's going to be a lot of deaths out here. However, the report fails to address concerns leveled against the troops themselves. Close to 200 UN peacekeeping personnel have been killed in acts of violence, largely in Africa, in the last 5 years. You know, because when you look it up, man, these wars have been going on for years, man. All right? The wars over there in South Africa, Central Africa. Okay? It says close to 200 UN peacekeeping personnel have been killed in acts of violence largely in Africa in the last 5 years, 90% of whom served in their nation's military. During this time, the UN's mission... So I'll get 1 second. It says during this time, the UN's mission has also been accused of sexual violence, prisoner deaths, and cover-ups. The report improving security of United Nations peacekeepers. We need to change the way we are doing business was commissioned by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. There are 15 peacekeeping operations around the world in Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. The missions are intended to protect the civilians, strengthen the rule of law, empower women, and promote human rights. However, it is claimed that peacekeepers often fall short. Rape, abuse, sodomy, sexual abuse is perhaps the most common crime reported against peacekeeping forces. UN peacekeepers have been accused of sexual abuse and exploitation, particularly in the Central African Republic and Haiti. According to a report by the Association Press, between 2004 and 2016, the UN received almost 2,000 allegations of sexual exploitation and abuse against its peacekeepers and personnel. More than 300 of these cases involve children. You know? So, hey, that's just further proving the point, man. Esau is not coming, man. He's not coming to bring peace. As they say, UN peacekeepers. All right? They say peace. All right? Then coming for a sword, man. Roughly paraphrasing. See if I can find that. No, well, let's see. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Jeremiah 4:10. Then said I, "Oh Lord God, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people in Jerusalem, saying, Ye shall have peace, whereas the sword reacheth to the soul." The sword being the so-called white man, he's gonna reach to the soul, man. Alright? Killing your loved ones, mowing them down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you would mow some grass. Just chopping them down easily, man. You know? Hey, the brother made a joke. Esau's a lawnmower, man. And you people are the grass, man. You know? You know? I believe that even the scriptures say that, man. Oh no, he called you people wood, man. And his word is the fire. So either way, man, destruction is coming your way. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you Akim was edified. Shalom to the elect.